With all due honor and praise to the Most High, I worship thee through the divine image of my wives. Amen. Welcome to the Horseman Law Podcast. I am your host, Thomas the Tank Ware, Horseman Law Rank 2AA, and I'm happy to be here. Listen, salute to everybody who's out there working right now. We got guys working EDC. We got guys out in the field all over the place. So salute to all you. Hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are well. Hope your clients make it back safe, and you continue to prosper and continue to thrive. So salute. So horseman salute to you. So for everybody else, man, I hope you guys are all healthy, man, are eating good, getting your workouts in. I hope you guys are paying attention to what's going on around you. And we're going to get it in tonight. And we're going to do a lot of talking. A lot of shit has happened since we were here last. And a lot of it pertains to protection and pertains to being aware of your surroundings and knowing what you're doing. And, man, sadly, there was a lot of people that don't know what they're doing out there. As far as protectors, as far as people working security, as far as people working bodyguarding, everyday people in your everyday life, man. Awareness is the first thing you have to have, especially as a black man or a black woman. When you step out of the house, you have to be aware of the environment, aware of the times you're in, aware that you are fighting an active war. And I'm not talking about a war in Ukraine. I'm talking about a war of life. I'm talking about genetic survival. I'm talking about just being able to exist is a war. And you got to be able to fight that and be willing to fight that war at all times. What are we talking about? Let's get into it. What are we talking about? We're talking about Buffalo, man. We're talking about another assault on black life. I mean, just call it what it is. And listen, they're not taking any white flags. You know what I mean? They're not taking any white flags. They're not taking any surrenders. Nah, this is the end game. This is for all the marbles. This is for the kit and caboodle. This is for everything. So if you're looking for sympathy, if you're looking for empathy, if you're looking for any type of, courtesy, you're not getting it. Listen, when they're killing Gammy and Pop-Pops, when they killing them, it's over. Like there's no safe passage. There's no, we don't want no trouble. That's over with. That's over with. When they killing Gammy and Pop-Pops in the grocery store, they telling you what time it is. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to just lay down and just, lay down and give it up, or whether you're going to fight for it. Because they're telling you what it is. This guy, and the media is calling him an 18-year-old boy, a misguided child, COVID sickness, whatever they want to call it. This man wrote a manifesto. And in the manifesto, he told you why he was doing what he was doing. So at 18, he understood the genetic threat of black people. So a white child at 18, a grown man, never mind the child, a grown man understood the genetic threat that black people have towards not him, not his survival, his people's survival. White people's survival is what he did. He told you that in the manifesto. So all the pretending like you don't know what he's talking about, all the pretending like this ain't about you. Listen, everything is tied in together. Right? When a white boy at 18 tells you genetic survival, when the government reverses or on the verge of reversing Roe v. Wade, right? When in Atlanta, they're putting RICO charges for lyrics. All this ties together. All of this ties together. You got January 6th. You got all of this ties together. If you're not paying attention and you're not aware of what's happening, okay, what, Tank? Why are you talking about Roe v. Wade? What they got to do with Buffalo? Understand, Roe v. Wade, all that is giving the states the power to legalize or illegalize abortion. That's all that is. You know, no matter how the media tries to spin it like this is some threat on the rights of women and this, that, and that, that's not true. That's bullshit. All they're doing is the federal government is giving the rights to legalize or illegalize abortion to the states. What does that mean? That means all the states with the highest population of Caucasians are what states? They're red states. They're Republican states. They're pro-choice states. What does that mean? That means they don't want abortion in those states. They're going to ban it completely. Forget about it. If you're pregnant, you're keeping it. Why if you're pregnant, you're keeping it if you're Caucasian? Because the birth rates have been dropping for the past 10 years. So if you're pregnant in these red states, you're keeping that baby, irregardless. That's what they're saying. What are they saying in the Democratic-run states? Oh, you can do whatever you want to do. Late term? No. Up until the moment that baby can be birthed, you can kill it. That's the Democratic states, right? That's what they're saying. Planned Parenthood on every urban corner. Planned Parenthood in every neighborhood that has a high population of Latino or Black citizens. They're going to put a Planned Parenthood in every one of those states. Genetic survival is something that the ancestors have been telling us for years. Francis Quest Welsing, the ISIS papers, Dr. Henry Clark, Professor Smalls. We can go on and on and on. Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You can go on and on and on of ancestors telling you this time was coming, telling you what was happening, telling you what they're doing, telling you what they were planning, and you did nothing about it. Now it's here. Now it's here. You mean to tell me Young Thug and Gunna can get RICO over lyrics and situations that have been happening in Atlanta for years, but nobody from January 6th got a RICO charge? Folks, this is the end game. And if you're not ready and you're not prepared, it's over with. You might as well lay it up, put on your, you know what I'm saying? Put on your church shoes, go sing some hymns, and beg for your position at the boot heel of the dominant society, because anything else doesn't make sense. At the same time, you got shoe booty Negro leaders who are out there talking about gun control. Are you serious? So you mean to tell me a direct assault on Black people on all levels, medical, geoeconomical, educational, judicial? You're talking about an open attack on all levels and operations of society. And your response is, this is why we need gun control. Listen to me. Any Negro, and that's what they are, the Negroes, that has the audacity to look you straight in the face in response to Buffalo and tell you gun control, get as far away from them as possible. They're trying to serve you up. They're trying to serve you up as a hot dish to the system. And that goes for all across the board. Comedians, political pundits, athletes, actors, actresses, anybody with a straight face that comes to you and tells you we should have gun control in response to this, or we need to stop black hate bill. Any Negro with those things on their mind right now, you should get away from them. You should get away from them because they're getting ready to feed you up. They're getting ready to lay you up. These are the same cats, the same Negroes who are out here talking about gun control were the same Negroes who told you the only way you can survive COVID is with vaccination. It's the same ones. As a matter of fact, it was the same ones that told you that vaccination was going to get rid of it. Same ones. Same ones that told you that. And these are the same Negroes who get it every other month. So I'm telling you, I've been people like myself and who've been screaming it from the mountaintops, been saying it for a long time. Show after show, go back into the old shows, listen to the old shows. I've been telling you about the laws. I've been telling you about gun control. I've been telling you about how they were coming. I've been telling you about running your mouth. You know, I hate to see what happened to YSL. I hate to see what's happening to Young Thug and Gunna and all those people. Those are good brothers. I hate to see that happening. But listen to me. And those of you who are streetwise, those of you who have had run-ins with the system, those of you who understand what I'm about to say. We might have never said it, but anytime somebody's calling you from prison and you don't hear that, this call may be recorded by the prison. Blah, 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 blah. If you don't hear that on the line, you would be a fool to think they're not recording that conversation. If you think anybody you know that's in prison are so tied in the prison, they're so connected that they can get an Apple phone into the prison because their girl smuggled it in through their ass. If you believe that, if you're dumb enough to believe that, everything you say on that phone call is recorded. Every admission, every call you make, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, all that's being recorded from that phone. You don't think they know that phone is in there? We went through 2 years pre-COVID. Niggas was doing fashion shows. Niggas was doing rap videos, all from cell phones in prison. And everybody was entertained. Everybody thought it was cool. One nigga, he made up a whole clothing line in prison, had a different outfit every week, and was posting it from his cell phone from prison. Everybody thought it was cute. Everybody thought it was, oh man, look how innovative he is with, the outfits and freestyles. They was doing Freestyle Friday in prison. Oh, look how talented they are. All the while, every conversation they have it in the hood, Every conversation about what's moving, who did what, who did this to who killed who didn't get killed, who got who, all that recorded. And then now you're surprised. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I can't believe it. They got recordings of man. Listen. The silly shit, the dumb stuff is over with. It's over with. What else you need? What else you need to see before you realize they're not taking no white flags? I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm uneducated, I'm just a nigga from the hood. They're not taking none of those excuses. None of that's happening. Well, it's a double standard. They don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save any of you. Jesus ain't coming. Nobody's coming. It's on you. It's on you. Everybody that know me understand and know it very well. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to protect the people who got it from the ones that don't. I don't have a problem telling you what my plan is. Straight up front. I am completely prepared and ready to protect the people who got it from the people who don't. Straight like that. And race don't matter, color don't matter. None of that matters. You understand what I'm saying? Because my bloodline will be carried on. I will live forever. That's just what it is. I'm not taking no for an answer. Now, if you want men like me, and men of my status, and men who think like me, to be willing to fight and die for the black community, there has to be one. There has to be one. And don't look to us to build it. Don't look for us to build it. I'm not going to sacrifice everything I got and everything I'm here to do and all my talent and skill for a community that wouldn't protect me. Why would I do that? For a community that's listening to D.L. Hughley, for a community that's listening to Van Jones, for a community that's waiting on Crump to save them. Why would I do that? Why would I fight and die for a community who's listening to fools, who's following fools, who wants to be Democrats? Oh, I'm a Democrat. You a fool. Oh, I'm a Republican. You a fool. Malcolm X's birthday was the other day before yesterday. I listened for a whole day to everything Malcolm had to say. And I was damn near in tears. I mean, every word out of his mouth was telling you who these people were. Every word out of his mouth. The worst people on the planet, the worst threat to black people was a liberal, the Negro liberal. Out of his mouth. That's not out of mine. That's out of his mouth. Over and over and over again. Wolves in sheep clothing. Over and over again. They're going to come to you like this. They're going to come to you with a smile. They're going to come to you, BLM. He told you to play. He told us all to play. He told us all to play. He even told you how they would defend these people. And sure enough, I see it on the timeline every day. Well, why would you go after BLM and not the Red Cross? What? Why would I hold my enemy to a higher standard than I hold my own? Why would I be looking for the Red Cross? Why would I be looking for them to give me something? I'm looking to the organization that stood up and said, send us the money so we can take care of our people. That's what BLM said. Send us the money. You want to donate? Send it to us. You want to do something for the black community? Send it to us, and we're going to take care of our people. Mother of Trayvon Martin. Mother of Tamir Rice. Mother of Marcus Brown. Where are their $6 million homes? If somebody's going to be a $6 million home, if somebody is going to be buying houses and everything else, if somebody's going to be on the payroll for over $800,000 a year, it better be the family of the slain. That's who it better be. Definitely not no women who don't even like black men. Never mind that. Never mind the complete and utter hypocrisy behind that. Never mind their mission statement. Never mind the mission statement that said they wanted to get rid of the nuclear family. It's the end game, people. It's the last call. It's the last call. It's the last call on what you're going to do. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be a soldier for my own. But if y'all can't get it together and y'all can't make it happen, oh well. Zombie apocalypse. I bet I'm on the other side of the wall. Bet money. I bet money me and mine will be well taken care of because I can protect the people who got it from the people who don't. So I want to get my brother Killer J on Horseman rank 1AA. For those of you who don't know, the ranking system. And 1AA means number one above all. So we're going to get him on the line and see what he got to say about the situation, if we please.
571.
We'll try him back in a second. Let me text him and let him know. And I'm going to tell you guys a story. Yeah, he's in the bathroom. Let's give him about 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you guys a story of a wife smoking this high-grade tobacco from a wooden pipe. Now, those of you who know me know I thoroughly enjoy some good tobacco, a good cigar, and whiskey. Thoroughly enjoy it. I saw something last week that almost destroyed my love for cigars. Now, I happened to see a rapper. Not going to say his name. I happened to see a rapper take a fine cigar, $800 cigar that was given to him by someone. And this man took that cigar and he lit it, holding it with a fist. He had the cigar, full hand wrapped around the cigar. I was so disgusted. I was so ashamed that I haven't been able to light a cigar since. Where have we come as men? Nobody around him told him. Nobody said, brother, that's not how you hold a cigar. But the worst part was the look on the white man's face that gave him that cigar. The worst part. That's how far we've fallen. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. That man grew up all his life, a superstar. Everybody. Cars, money, jewels, girls. And nobody told him how to properly light a cigar. And we're going to put an end to that, man. We're going to stop that. I'm going to make it a mission. And I carry responsibility for that too. I'm not going to lie. I should have said, hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how we do it. Let me show you how. I should have did that. I'll take that L. I'll hold that. But mark my words. I will never, ever sit back while a black man holds a cigar with his entire hand and smoke it. Never. That's just a confession I'm going to share with you guys. Because I have a lot of cigars. I just haven't been able. I said, man, I'm going back to the pipe. I'm going back to the old wooden pipe. How my ancestors, the Aboriginal natives smoked tobacco. Because the fact that man held that shit with his whole fist is beyond me. Let's see if we can get Killer J again. Yeah. I'll have him text me back when he's ready. And we'll get him on. Now, besides that, in sports news, I know everybody had a field day that Kyrie didn't make it in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, and they're trying to make it to where that was his fault. And he was the reason why the team didn't have any type of chemistry. And I think it's a cop out. And I think it's bullshit. And I want to shout out Pat Bev, because I happened to see Pat Beverly really kind of, defend Kyrie and really kind of push back on that. And I want to applaud that, man. I want to applaud that because I hadn't really seen a lot of it. For them to try to make that Kyrie's fault, and we all know he had no say so in the mandates and things like that. So for them to try to put that on his shoulders was disgraceful. And King Shoe Booty himself, Stephen A. Smith, is on a mission to try to get Kyrie cut from the team and traded out, or in some way, ruin this man's career. And I think he should be called out on that. for leading the charge, leading the way for trying to ruin a black man's career because he wanted complete autonomy over his own body. I think it's imperative that black athletes all over the world, especially in the NBA, begin to stand up and call Stephen A. Smith out on that, because he's definitely making it his business to side with the ownership, to side with the owners on this issue, and try to get that man unjustly kicked out of the league or traded out of the Nets. He has a contract. His contract, he can either opt in his contract or opt out his contract. Uh, you know, based on the disrespectful comments made by the Nets general manager, I hope Kyrie does find another home. I'd like to see him in LA. I'd like to see him back with LeBron, and they'll make another run at it. Just my personal opinion. I think LeBron's got another 2 or 3 good years in him, and with Kyrie, they can make a run, and I would love to see that. In other news, sports news, the Warriors are handling their business, and most likely get off. I mean, not get off, but most likely will get to the finals, and I think they'll be champions. I think they'll be champions again. The chemistry between the team, the skills of Steph, it's evident, man. These dudes are no joke when it comes to the 3-pointer, when it comes to shooting, and without some hardcore defense, it's going to be pretty hard to stop them. Now, I'm going to go to the DMs. It's something I did from a show last week. People DM me on Horseman Fan a lot of stories and, a lot of stuff that's going on in the business. And Big Boshimi sent me something that blew my socks off. And, I wish I could show you guys. We'll step that up, and we'll be able to show you guys some of the stuff that I get sent and that I've seen. But I'll describe it for you. It's essentially, I think it's a Warren G concert. It might be Warren G, I think. But he's basically performing, and below him, the security are crip walking in front of the stage. See, this type of shit. This is the type of shit we be talking about. This the type of shit we come on here and talk about every chance we get, because you Negroes are the reason why a lot of the brothers in the field can't get paid correctly. You're crip walking in front of the stage. Now, I assume it's attempting to go viral or to get some type of attention. This ain't the attention you want. This ain't the type of coverage you want in your field. All this does is scream, you don't have to pay me. That's all this does. It doesn't make you a talented person because you can crip walk. It doesn't mean that you can perform highly at anything. At anything. This just means you are behaving in the spirit of step and fetch it, and Negroes from the plantation going back to the 1800s. At any opportunity to drop it like it's hot and dance. You should be ashamed of yourselves. This is why it's hard to get paid. This is why it's hard to get paid. See, and then what happens, I've seen it happen over and over again. Some other people will come along and say, well, fuck that. I don't want to hire nothing that looks like that. I don't want nothing that looks like that. And then they go, well, I want somebody to look professional. Yeah, well, what's professional? What's that look like? And here come the shoe booties who want nothing more than to tell you what it looks like. And what's the first thing out their mouth? You should get you some dudes who look like Secret Service and, some guys in suits with lapel pins. Yeah, see? And then they give them everything. They give them everything. They walk in making $1,000 a day because they got on a Men's Warehouse suit and a lapel pin that says absolutely nothing. And then they go trot them into the goddamn nearest strip club where they do absolutely nothing. Get chased out of the club. When the client gets chased out of the club, 9 times out of 10, there's some dude running behind them who was ex-LAPD, ex-military, ex-Spetsnaz, ex-Mossad, anything else they can make up and put on their resume, where they done made $1,000 a day for the past 2 weeks, finally get exposed in the strip club. And then what they do? Damn, well, let's call a horseman. Call us up. First thing they ask us, well, can you send us a guy for less than what? You just paid the other dude $1,000 a day. Now we supposed to come in and take less. See, because now we got to prove we're worthy of that money. Never mind, you call us. Never mind, the dude that you was paying all the money to just left the scene and left you by yourself. Never mind that. You still want a discount. This is what we have to deal with. And it's hard to argue with them about the price when the brothers that look like you are crip walking in front of Warren G while he's on stage. It's hard to argue that price. It's hard to say brothers who look like this deserve a living wage, a livable wage. It's hard to argue that point when you're doing that. I hope y'all are paying attention, and I hope you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. This was we took a L for the past couple of months. I'm not talking about personally. I'm not talking about my company or my business personally. I'm not talking about Horseman at all. I'm talking about the profession as executive protectors and bodyguards, black men. We've taken a very hard L for the past couple of months. You had incident after incident of a failure to respond and a failure to prevent altercations. You got what happened with Dave Chappelle. You got what happened to Chris Rock. And you might say, well, why is Chris Rock on us? Well, Chris Rock was on us because that was the first show of its magnitude that was produced by a black man, Will Packard, with black companies. So the security, if I'm not mistaken, that was in charge of protecting the stage and protecting the actors and actresses at the Grammys was a black company. So we take that L. That's on us. Dave Chappelle. I've seen his team. I don't know if they were the same team that was there that night, but that's an L on us. And that doesn't go to venue. But that only applies to people who have the knowledge to understand. You can't blame that on venue. You can't blame that on venue staff. If venue was responsible for protecting artists who are worth millions and millions of dollars, there would be no artists that are worth millions and millions of dollars. Venue security has never been in charge or responsible for the A-list artists. Never. A-list artists always have personal protection. And rather it's a comedian, rather it's an R&B star, rather it's a, athlete, rather it's the ESPYs or whatever it is, when your client hits the stage, you're responsible for your client. Now, if you have a team of security, it's always one in the front and one in the back. Your job is to make sure nobody gets on stage. That's your job. The one in the back's job is to make sure nobody comes backstage. That's your job. This is simple. So that's an L. We got to hold it. That's another one. And now we got Warren G. And whoever was in charge of his protection, watching these Negroes, not just one, multiple, crip walking in front of the stage with shirts on that say security. I said, L, we got to hold that one too. Now, let's dive in deeper to this Buffalo situation. Now, never mind the optics. And what I mean by the optics, never mind the fact that this guy walked into a grocery store and shot 10 elderly. I want to shine a light on the brother, and if anybody can give me his name, there was a black man who was working security for that grocery store who actually tried to stop the shooter. Shooter had on military grade, and that's another thing. He had on military grade body armor. How does an 18-year-old get military grade body armor? You tell me. If he was a lone wolf, he was acting by himself, how he end up with military grade body armor and an AR-15 in Buffalo, New York. Okay, whatever. But he tried to stop the shooter, and sadly he was killed. But he definitely stood in the line of fire and did what he could to save lives. And he did save lives because of him standing in the way. It alerted other people in the grocery store what was happening, and they were able to get out safely. The people who just weren't fast enough. They were elderly, they were just there, living life, enjoying retirement and old age. And, they fell victim to this coward. So shout out to that brother. I'm going to get his name before the end of the show. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. He's a hero, and he should be acknowledged as such. Let's see if we can get Killer J. He's calling me, so let's get him on the line.
Hello?
Killer J.
What's up, brother? How you
What's
doing?
up, my man?
Oh, man. What's the word?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. I'm just here. Horseman Sundays, happy hour, drinking this whiskey.
Happy hour horseman style.
Facts. Smoking on this pipe.
All right.
What's good?
I'm just got off work, bro. You know that.
Always.
What was the topic today?
Oh, man, you know what we talking about, man. This clown-ass fool in Buffalo. And the fact that they're trying to say he a lone wolf.
Nah.
And had no help.
We shout this Baltimore Weebay and Stink.
Facts.
How you doing? All right. Listen to me. We said the crazy part is off the rip. I've been to that location a few times,
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the crazy part. I always say this to you. This is the part that alarms me so much. Stop hurting these elderly women, these elderly men. Because if you got that much spirit in you and you're a certified gunslinger, there's some ruthless gunslingers in these states. So if you want to jump off with tactical shit, just all you got to do is holler at them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to Charlottesville, Virginia, where them locals ain't going to tear nothing up. Go to Baltimore.
Right.
Go to Richmond, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia.
Right.
Go to Chicago.
Where the real killers at, huh?
Yeah, just jump off. Just jump off an O block.
Mm-hmm.
They will give you a dinner you never thought you could eat.
Right. Well, see,
this is the part that kills me the most. We're gonna be real. This man's 18 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parents. He doesn't have no type of job. Okay. How'd you get the gun? How'd you get the bullets? How'd you get the Soldier of Fortune startup kit? Okay. Who trained you?
Right.
Who gas money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your parents are paying for your cell phone. Your parents are paying for the laptop at home.
Right.
Now you know that you a father. I guarantee you can tell me everything in your kid's room.
Facts.
You search that thing like a state prison.
Facts.
Now how do you don't know what's in their kid's room, who their kid's talking to, and you pay the cell phone bill?
Facts.
You oblivious to what's going on in your house.
Facts.
That means your husband slinging dick somewhere then.
Right. Where they ship the ammo to?
Yeah.
Where they ship the ammo to?
I'm not for sure in the New York State laws. See, remember all these loopholes that sit in AR. See, this is how crazy we are. The media would say AR-15 is an assault rifle, but some places, like Kyle Rittenhouse, it was a weapon of hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So which?
And he had a Bushmaster.
Yeah. Same thing they said. John Muhammad had a DC sniper.
Right. Right.
My thing. Now, this is a miracle. You best believe there's every type of camera by that store. So if he was there 72 hours prior doing recon, dressed like a homeless man, that'll be on camera.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Now, if you watch the video, I feel sorry for the people because they did not expect that to happen to them. They were totally taken off surprise. That's why when people in the world, when you guys and women go out, before you get out of the car, look at your location. Sometimes get the extra cardio in. Park away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Always back your car in. When you go to stores, keep monitor everybody around you. Don't go in no aisle that's fully crowded full of people. And by some means, have some type of self-defense on you. Have a knife, gun, pepper spray, anything,
Something.
But when you hurt these old elderly women, they're not expecting to come to fucking Tops grocery store or Wegmans or Whole Foods to get gunned down. So their mind frame is on protection. Like that cop, he did his job.
Facts.
He did his job.
Yeah, I want to get that brother's name, man, and shout him out, man. But he stood in the line of fire, and
He did it not from law enforcement, from security aspect.
Exactly. I think he was a former officer, retired.
For the, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody been to Buffalo? Let me tell you something. Western New York is one of the most racist areas. Back in the old days, Buffalo's connected to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is one of the most booming towns. They had the car people there, the steel mill there. I think they had DuPont paint there. You know, it was a booming industry town, like Detroit. Then it died down. So a lot of times in these rural areas like that, it's still, you know, they still serving crack on the street out there. It's rural country area. But the same token, they got all the blacks shuffled to one area. Anybody been to Buffalo, Niagara Falls, Towanda? That's where all the black men from the South fled to come to the Western New York to start their lives over, interracial dating, having kids, whatever the case is. But it's still disrespectful and very prejudiced up there. That's number one. So the community is one way, but law enforcement and the court system is a totally different way up there. The thing that makes me so mad, Tank, why didn't Dylan Roof get his ass beat or killed? Y'all took him there. What happened to the guy that shot up the school? In Parkland High School. Nothing happened to him. The guy, I don't know what color the guy was that shot up the gay bar in Florida at one time. Like, all these mass shootings, and the shooter's not getting killed. The guy that shot the people up in Atlanta, Georgia.
3 hots and a cop.
The guy in the movie theater in Denver, Colorado. So you can't tell me that George Floyd was more of a threat, or the young brother that got killed in Denver, Colorado that was autistic. These guys are more of a threat than this young boy that's obviously trained. Obviously, they murdered a bunch of people than these people.
And had on military grade body armor.
So when these cops keep talking about, oh, I just want to get home at night. So what that day that you went to Tops, you just wanted to go to lunch? Because you like he was your nephew. See, this is when all these black ex-DEA, ATF, U.S. attorneys, U.S. DAs, prosecutors, black judges, this is when y'all supposed to speak out on this. Charles Ramsey used to be the chief of police in D.C. Now he's a commentator for CNN. This is when you're supposed to speak out, sir. This is when you're supposed to be like, this isn't going down like this.
Quiet as a church mouse.
This is when it's that at this stage of the game, it's not black lives, white lives. It's common sense matters. Now we're in protection mode, and this was so crazy. The owner of what's called Black Coffee, whatever, Rifle Black Coffee. It's cool, bro. You was in the military, 100%, bro. You as a Caucasian man in the military can never speak as a black man in the United States of America because you're from two different wavelengths. It's like eating a bowl of Cheerios, eating a bowl of spinach. They're both two different things. Stop putting your for us because you can't speak for us. You're not us. I tell you what, this is what would have happened. Had he went to a different neighborhood in Buffalo, and they'd have got his ass, then it'd have been, the black men. Because remember, in society eyes, when you're 18 years old or 17, you're a black man.
You're a man.
You're not a kid.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Genetically capable of reproduction. Yep.
Yeah. You'd have been like, he killed a white guy. But this one gets me crazy. You guys got all these charges, conspiracy, RICO. What the fuck is Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted fucking whatever that clown's name is? What the hell are they saying? Because they passing all this rhetoric of replacement, put the battery in the pack of these Europeans and all these black casualties, and ain't nobody saying nothing. But if you and me go out here and mop people and go mop up some Europeans, we're preaching hate, we're preaching war, we're doing all this.
No, that's a direct fact. If you can try to charge Thug and Gunna with RICO for lyrics, how the fuck you can't charge Fox News and commentators for the rhetoric that they talking about? That's common sense.
Crazy part. You guys act like this country wasn't bred on all this crazy. Y'all did murder. Y'all did rape. Y'all did extortion. Y'all did mayhem. Y'all did loot. Y'all did robbery. This was so. Y'all keep talking about the Mexican people coming across the border Y'all went in the border and took Mexico from them.
By force.
By force.
By force.
Now, when have you ever seen 4,000 people from the border run over here?
Mm-hmm.
Don't show me y'all put together the same shit y'all put for Trump's campaign, build a wall. It's the same group of people. If you look at the same video they just showed in Trump's video, it's the same people. So you're trying to tell me all these countries, everybody got the same dirty white shirt, black hat, blue jeans, and sandals on. This is all they got.
Propaganda.
Then, about 2 years ago, Alex Jones said this. It's going to be minorities, malls, churches, and grocery stores that get shot up. And that fat, cockamamie, degenerate, heavy, fucking sweating ass motherfucking European, it came to light.
Yeah. I mean, I said it earlier in the show, dog. If you're looking for sympathy, you ain't getting it from these people. They don't give a fuck. When they start shooting your grandma, your big mama, and your great grandpapa and your grandfather, when they start killing them, it's up. They have no fear of you whatsoever. Any other race of people, if you attack their children or their elderly, all hell would break loose.
See, think this is what has to happen in this world that I'm so confused by. Stop attacking each other and attack the ones that are attacking you, and watch how much it slow down.
Yeah.
Because tell me this: why does that boy's parents have law enforcement protection in their house? Just like they killed a young boy in Wisconsin. Why does she have, after the shooting, does she have a barrier built around her house? So she found guilty with the prison, but before all that, she had a barrier. Why do you keep protecting the ones that keep hurting us?
That's a deep question, man. That's a deep question, because they shouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Nah.
They shouldn't be able to sleep at night. They raised them. They made them. And I don't understand why they're not charged with conspiracy. Why they're not charged with aiding and abetting. You mean to tell me these parents can't be charged with anything? How do he get the weapons? Where did he get it from? Where did he get the military grade body armor? Where did he get the ammunition? They sent it somewhere.
Now, Tank, what's the first thing happened? If you was on a run, they came to the house and your wife was there. Oh, you harbored a fugitive.
Harboring a fugitive.
So you trying to tell me right now, his parents? Come on, man. How you inside your mom and daddy's house and they don't know nothing?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And you driving their car?
That's complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Now, like you just said, that's a direct response to Dylan Roof. His whole family should have been taken out. His whole family should have been suffering.
You think that this has happened? The days of us bowing down, crying, saying we gonna overcome. When you start killing your grandma and your mom and these innocent elderly black women, and all we got is tears and emotional distress, that ain't doing nothing, man.
No.
Crying after you got beat ain't never did nothing for you.
No. It's something different, man.
Some ways, listen, it's the land of the law. If you're not going to protect my people, then I got to protect my people.
Yeah. But this is, like I said, man, this is the problem. The problem is they keep putting these shoe booty, coon ass motherfuckers out in front of us who try to change the subject, who try to change the rules.
You ain't see none of these. Where's Darren Cameron from Kentucky? Why he ain't talking? The Attorney General.
Yeah.
What about Tim Scott? All these black, fuck Republicans, fuck Democrats. Now it's about black men because they're killing black women. Where are they at? Yeah. Y'all got the super. Y'all on Fox News. Even the fat boy Titus that's on fucking Fox. Why you ain't speaking about this?
Facts.
Y'all got something to say about black, or you clown David Harris Jr. Why you ain't talking about this, you clown?
Mm-hmm. Silent. Silent. And we got to deal with the Sharptons and the rest of these fools, the Benjamin Crumps, trying to get a payday. Listen, it's up for all y'all, man. Stephen A. Smith, it's up for all y'all, man.
Let me tell you something, right? This is the saddest thing. Anybody of any common sense from now on needs to move with caution, surveillance, and first in mind, protect what's mine and protect myself. Because right now, when you go outside, anybody can get got because that's the land of law. They're hunting you down. They're hunting us down. They're hurting our grandmothers, our mothers, our aunts, our great-grandmas. And all this tears and crying is bullshit, man.
That's a fact.
This was so crazy, Tank. They'll be so quick to pull over a car full of 4 people that look like you and me and search the car, have you out there for 3 hours, put the dog on you. But this guy, everybody, this my thing is, anybody that he's live streamed, anybody that said like on it should be in custody.
Ooh, that part. All his followers. All his followers. They said at least 15 of his followers logged on 20 minutes before he did it. So they knew it was coming.
To watch snuff film.
To watch it. They knew it was coming. All of them should be locked up. Murder.
See, this is what I keep saying. The judicial system has to be, if you're a criminal, no matter what color you are, then you have to do what criminals do. Mm-hmm. But you can't make you judge him and not judge me.
Right.
That don't even make
sense. Right. Not only that, you're going to have to, like you said, you're going to have to break down what this RICO statute is.
Yeah.
Because if you wrapping up everybody that's supposed to belong to an organization, that's supposed to belong to a gang, well, if that's the case, these motherfuckers don't belong to gangs. He said it in his manifesto, what he was here to do and who he belonged to and what he offered. So if he said it in his manifesto, what he was there to do and who he was there to do it for, that don't fall under RICO?
Come on. How about this thing? I want better for you. How the fuck? This is so crazy, right? If you on trial, Tank, and you got the gang junks on you, and they catch you at a bar throwing up gangs, fuck that. If you in the NBA, you throw up a gang sign, you're getting fined. Kyle Rittenhouse was out on bond, was at a bar throwing up the Oath Keeper sign, and nothing happened to him. Everybody in the world signed this. So from 10 to 16 to 17, Kyle Rittenhouse, 16, you weren't involved, no Oath Keepers. Now all of a sudden you throwing up that's a gang sign, their gang signs, and you don't get reprimanded for that.
At all.
100 people in the United States of America, they got violated parole or probation for throwing up gang signs around gang activity. And Oath Keepers in up for the gang.
Period.
Gang.
Yeah. Straight up. Straight up. Not to mention you talking about a boy who said he wanted to kill people before he killed people.
Yeah. My thing is this, Tank. Not to mention you said you're gonna shoot your school and the FBI didn't come pick you up. That's a terrorist act.
And I think this boy was investigated for making threats already.
But you still able to buy a gun.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
In this world we live in, you have to walk with your head all the way around swivel because it's the Matrix, man. You don't even know. This world doesn't cater to people that look like us.
At all.
It harms us. It humiliates us. It wants to teach us a lesson. And if the people that trying to be on TV and speak with people that look like us, if they're not doing a damn thing about it, shut your fucking mouth and step to the side.
Step to the side, man. Get them out of there. Get them out of the pocket, man. I've been saying it for a long time. Get them out of the pocket, dog. You BLM trash. Get them out of there, man. Get them out of there. They taking up space.
Yeah.
They're taking up space.
Let me tell you something. When you start having people talk about replacement theory, you're 18 years old. You don't even know what replacement theory even is. You don't even know the politics of this world, but your opinion, but you're hurt so bad that you want to go kill people. Mm-hmm. You haven't experienced getting fired from a job. You didn't experience being late for your rent. You didn't experience trying to get something in your name. But you so fed up with the world think that people like you or me or a Mexican or Asian person is taking some. No one's at your mama's house kicking your plate out your hand. No one's taking your. So what the fuck? What the fuck is so wrong with your life? You 18, living at home, not paying no bills.
Facts. Facts. Not to
I was
mention, you worried about genetic survival. You worried about whether or not you can keep reproduction rates up at 18. Come on, man. You getting that from somewhere.
How did you suffer from the pandemic? Or you still at home playing? You have to worry about a mortgage, a car note, health insurance, life insurance, light bill, phone bill, toilet paper, milk, meat. You didn't have to worry about nothing that the pandemic did that affected everybody else in this world. What effect did it have on you? Your parents still fed you. You still had toilet paper. You still had hot water. You still had soap. You still had toothbrush. You still had toothpaste. You still had fucking hair conditioner, shampoo. How did it affect you? How did you? Because you couldn't go outside and play Bobby and Mike.
Straight up.
But see, they listen. It's mighty funny how they give somebody a defense when there's no defense to that. Anybody in their right mind could know how did it affect you if you have nothing to lose.
Right.
You didn't have to lose.
Right. And how you mentally ill when you go recon a spot before you shoot it up weeks prior.
Come on. So let me tell you something, man. It's like fucking rancid meat. It leaves a foul taste in your mouth because you got to see this fuckery. Then you got to see a worthless piece of scum like Tucker Carlson on TV. How was your opinion, you saggy titty bastard? How was your opinion better than anybody else's? What experience you have? You paper, white, pasty, stapled, paying fed motherfucker that couldn't be successful anything else. Now you're a god because you peddle hate.
Every night.
And you're able to connect to these worthless, weak men, boys that attack women. Now you're God.
Crazy.
Y'all not go crazy.
Crazy. What we always say though. Why he ain't in Gen Pop?
Yeah.
Why he ain't in Gen Pop?
But this is the crazy part, right? You guys will do all this stuff and fight people not gonna fight you back. Yeah. All you gotta if you make it, if you selling it, I'm quite sure somebody in this nice States of America gonna buy it. I want to kill all the black people in the world. I got a gun, I got a body armor. Where you guys at? I guarantee you, somebody gonna order that meal for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is another thing too, Tank. This is on something else, the Young Thug situation.
Facts.
You compare Young Thug to the Benzino family, the fucking Janice family, the Columbos.
Mm-hmm.
Because number one, they're not even making money like that. Number two, do you really think that Young Thug was on top of the world? See, the RICO Act means how much, okay, it was a racketeer problem. Was Young Thug bringing $30 million a day?
Ain't no way.
Now, what you have, a rapper that ran his mouth, went to jail, some niggas gave him that fucking medicine they do in jail, now all of a sudden you talking.
I don't even think you have to talk though. I think these fools on these cell phones, like we talked about it before, these fools with these cell phones did all the talking for them. You called everybody in the hood, told everybody in the hood what was happening, and the FBI was just sitting there. The FBI, states, whatever the fuck, they just listening to every conversation, and y'all telling everything.
Think this is what's so crazy. You trying to tell me right now, United States of America, Young Thug was that much of a criminal you had to take off the street?
Come on.
All that's going on in the world, he's the guy.
Come on.
He's the guy that's altering America. He's the guy that make everybody feeling safe. Man,
Come on.
That's what I'm stuck.
Come on. Not to mention, you want everybody to believe that he was a kingpin. Kingpin of what? RICO is a kingpin statute. That's supposed to allow you the ability to convict men who couldn't be convicted because they were kingpins. Now you mean to tell me all this time you could only apply that to Italians in the mafia and rappers?
So you tell me right now, rapper is on the same level as Chapo Guzman.
Come on.
What rapper is on the same level as John Gotti? Paul Castellano.
Yeah, and the biggest kicker, January 6th, now one RICO charge.
Let me tell you something, Tank. This was so crazy. I ain't never seen nobody in my life Roger Stone, Steve Bannon tell somebody, I'm not going nowhere when they got these subpoenas. I've seen people get thrown into jail behind that. Or this the kicker. How did Marjorie Taylor Greene? Oh, I don't recall. And that's cool.
On the stand.
Let me tell you something. And this is the foolish shit. When these guys are getting incarcerated, they're in jail. No one is going to a prison, so stop saying these motherfuckers in a prison. They're in the jail in special house unit in protective custody. Mm-hmm. They don't have access to guards and the plate and the toilet paper in the cell. They not do it. So stop. What's inhumane? It's inhumane with y'all for 6.
Yeah, it's inhumane compared to the lavish lifestyle that you had previous. This is what you asked for. This is it. This is the life. This is what the life affords you. All you young people out there who think this shit is sweet. This is what it gets. This is what it gets you. You've been rapping you was a gangster. You've been rapping you don't do this, you did this, and you did that. They telling you right now, we gonna use everything that comes out of your mouth against you.
Little Wayne is tested stitched on Pee Wee. House with the police department had Pee Wee's name. That's from Little Wayne.
Crazy.
You Billy Badass before talking. I got you, boss. I got you.
Pardon? Got that pardon?
Yeah.
Presidential.
But see, Tank, this is another thing too. As far as young youth, they got to stop. See, a lot of the young people don't realize what something was. Listen, prime example. You can't be a homosexual in prison dating 65 men and come on the street and get tattoos and dreadlocks. Nah. You don't know somebody's history because somebody's on the internet now talking like they're gangsters and they're gatekeepers and shot callers. You don't know the history of this man.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, I always tell everybody something. Stop letting the nigga mouth fuck you to death. So sooner or later, everybody gonna see everybody, and we gonna see what y'all really talking about.
Mm-hmm. Straight out the gate.
Remember, gangsters come forward; they don't go in reverse. If you tough enough to talk on it, let your physical presence stand on it.
Yeah. I mean, you gangsters done got mighty comfortable on these social media apps and on these clubhouses. The gangsters done got mighty comfortable. And for those of us who know better, know what that means. That means they not coming out the house.
Not at all.
That's what that means. That means it's for you fools to go outside and get dealt with. Them motherfuckers is gonna stay in the house.
Because let me tell you something. It's very easy to read somebody a bedtime story. Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel. You know what I'm saying? The Wizard of Oz. Because you're not actually there. It's easy to speak on something that's fabricated and delusional because these people aren't there. These people in these events ain't been around these type people. These people ain't been in the trenches. You can't pull no paperwork from somebody 10 years ago. He was in Arkansas beating the fuck out of people. But nowadays he can get on camera and talk about what I was doing. Okay, cool. Where's history behind it? And that's the thing too, this is the most disrespectful thing. All you clowns putting these security shirts that want to dance, or this the famous line, take a selfie with a real nigga. Bro, if y'all guys, the real people that do security, you making us look bad. If you want to dance, ask that man to put you on stage as a dancer. Find you a choreographer. Right. Don't put that shirt on with them letters across the back, disrespecting real people that been in the trenches, that provide for their family because you want to dance and audition.
Amen. It's a damn shame because you make it tough. Like I said, you make it hard for us to go in and negotiate.
Yeah.
How are we going to negotiate for people who look like us when the people who look like us is doing shit like that? How are we going to negotiate for you a good price when dudes is like this?
Yep.
Now it's up to us to make that standard. Now I wish somebody would have slapped the shit out of them the moment they was doing it.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing of all, bro. You just hit something on T. If somebody different from us goes to get a job, he can produce this resume, said he helped build Captain America, and they're going to believe him. If you come in there and said you helped build Captain America, they want to know the blueprint, where you design it, where you copyright, what stuff. But that's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, there was a guy, he's dead now. He had the most fugazi resume in the world, and he pulled it off. Somebody look like you and me, we got to go through all types of red tape. They want to see service papers. They want to see discharge papers. They want to see what was your MOS. They want to see everything.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, and I know exactly what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about. They can come in with all kind of stories. I'm former Mossad. I'm former African military, police. I'm Israeli Spetsnaz, whatever the fuck. They come with all kind of stories to tell, and they pay them everything.
I can name 3 rappers right now that the world thinks are the most hardcore, cutthroat killers, and they walking with Europeans walking behind them.
Every day.
Because them guys, they're dancing, doing that crazy shit, making us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And when these people give you their price, you're not even batting the eye. You just sign the check. You try to get that same price. Oh, well, can you come down some? We don't pay that. You ain't never seen somebody go to the Bentley dealership.
What's the most famous quote we heard? I don't believe you're worth that much.
I don't believe you're worth that.
I don't believe you're worth that much.
Or just the funny thing, Hank. How is somebody that don't do security going to tell you what the budget is or what you should pay, or what our price should be?
After you done protected them.
Yeah.
After you done protected them.
Or this the worst thing. This the worst. When you guys get these jobs, and you at the top of the level, nice enough to put you at the top of the level, and you ain't go through all the mud and dirt we went to, don't act like you're getting signed by the Denver Broncos when it's time to get paid. I knew a guy. This guy was so. Listen, if I'd have put him in a daycare, he'd have been lost. There's no way you're gonna have our starting lineup and bring somebody around. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Never did this type of work before, but he expects top dollar.
Top dollar. He want to be paid what he want to be paid what y'all getting paid.
Yeah.
He want to get paid what the boss get paid.
Yeah.
Now,
it was equivalent to him being around like us wearing 2 pair of socks or flip flops. He just don't need it. But see, once again, I always say this: whenever you bring them around, them think they better than us, and that'll always come out. It's like a zit. Once you squeeze, it's gonna pop.
We've seen it time and time again. Like the price of living may have changed, the standard of living may have changed, but you still have to put in the work. There's no way in hell you're gonna ever work for us and be in this position without putting in some work.
Yeah.
We ain't get it for free. You ain't getting it for free.
Listen, you've never seen one guy work in the mailroom and the next day be the CEO of the company. It's humanly impossible. Listen, I'm gonna say this and give you a prime example. You know who make the people earn their money? I'm going to tell you this. You know who make people earn their money? All them rich, perverted motherfuckers in Dubai, them sheiks. Instagram girls come over there. They piss on them. They make them earn all that money they want. Well, this is what you're going to do to get it. You know what they do? After they get shit on, pissed on, cummed on, whatever on, they get their money because you know why? They had to earn it. You know what people do? They do everything they got to do to get that money. But when it comes to security, y'all don't want that. No. You want to be Prancer, Cinderella. At the end of the day, you want the glass slipper and the ball.
You said they Cinderella. They want.
Yeah.
They want the prince and the frog.
Yeah.
That's a goddamn shame.
And see, Tank, this is how it's so easy to bamboozle people, right? You could think it's Republicans, you could think it's the Democrats. It's bigger than all that, man. You got some people back here, they know this for a fact. You've already showed them in this world, if you hurt black people, the only thing they're going to do is protest, cry, have some type of representatives get on stage and talk, and that's all that's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? 30 days later, it's going to be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no reaction to the action they cause on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's no repercussion. There's no repercussions.
Now, one person from March 6th, from when they had that shit in Charlottesville, Virginia, you can name one person with tiki torch that was arrested and got prison time.
No.
I'm not talking about the idiot hit the girl with the car. I'm talking about the people who are marching through the crowd, saying all that crazy racist shit. What happened to them?
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
That wasn't the mob.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't organized crime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if you'd had 125 black men with torches and red bandanas coming to that city yelling all that shit, we're going to kill Whitey, everybody been locked up.
Absolutely.
And this is the crazy part. Virginia's a Commonwealth state.
Mm.
And this is even crazy in that tank. Okay? It's a federal hate crime. If that man, he lives in Conklin, New York. That's on the border of Pennsylvania. How do you know he didn't get gas in Pennsylvania and drive to Buffalo? Now it's a federal crime.
Ooh, that's federal. That's interstate trafficking. What's that? Transferring arms over state lines, ain't it?
Yep.
With the intent to commit mass murder.
When they showed you in that video, when he saw the white man say sorry, they showed you his mind was working perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Complete healthy, man. Complete mental health. That is not mental. That's not mental illness. Anytime a man write a manifesto and tell you in that manifesto that he hates the fact that black men can reproduce and he's worried about his genetic lineage, that's a mentally healthy man.
Let a white woman call 911. There's somebody shooting over here. Oh my God, please help us. Watch how fast, ma'am. It's okay, ma'am. Stay on the line. Tell me what you see. Mm-hmm. That woman in Buffalo hung the phone up.
Hung the phone up.
Come on. This is the funny shit. If you thought it was a prank call, all fucking, once you call 911, it's traced. Your location is traced.
Right.
It's pinged.
Right. Yeah.
They don't talk about that.
Yeah. I'm going to do you one better, though. That blew my mind. At the same time, this motherfucker is shooting up and killing old black people. Your boy, Freddie Gibbs, is getting beat up on in a barbecue restaurant.
Yep.
Where was his people at?
I'm going to do one better for you. Why you ain't take your ass over there pointing that gun and shooting over there? Because I guarantee you something like that. Yeah, okay. Why you didn't do all that? You want all this smoke, like they say, you could have went over there and got your whistle wet.
Right. It chased them out the neighborhood. See, soft targets. Yeah. See, and they constantly want to make us soft targets in any way they post, any way they can. That's why the moment somebody start talking about gun control, you know what time it is. They trying to make you a soft target.
This is the crazy part. If anybody's a man, regardless of your colors, your belief, your race, when you see somebody hurting a woman or a child or the elderly, that's when your man code steps aside. My man, we with y'all. This got to go.
This guy's, yeah.
This the funny shit, Tank. All them Europeans cried and begged for Kyle Rittenhouse. Where the fuck are y'all at for Cain Vasquez? How you got a man or somebody assaulted his son 100 times, a 4-year-old innocent baby, and y'all not out front of that courthouse, out front of that DA's house every day, out front of that arresting police house every day? Because what type of man could let somebody hurt a child and y'all fucking lock the man up? That's any father in this world. If you touch his family or his kids, he gonna do worse.
Come on.
Now the guy's father on TV being a victim. Nigga, that's your son. You knew your son was touching little kids.
Yep.
Y'all still got a daycare license.
Yep.
The daycare's in your house. Your son lives in your house.
Right.
did California take the daycare license? Why did the state of California then lock up the mother and father for endangering kids?
Right. Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
y'all prayed house like he was the recome of JFK. But y'all nothing for Cain Vasquez. But let somebody touch that judge's kid, that cop's kid. All hell gonna break loose.
All hell gonna break loose. I tell you one better. John Gotti's son got hit by a car.
Yep.
John Gotti's son got hit by a car by accident. Man disappeared, was never seen again. You ain't never heard about that case.
Nope.
You ain't never heard about that case. When it comes to retaliation and repercussion, it is us, the only ones who are expected not to do anything retaliation.
Yep.
Expected. You're expected not to retaliate. Now, you might not be able to get to this fool, whoever this clown. You might not be able to get to him. But he got a mother, father, cousins, uncles, sisters, brothers. Now, I don't promote, we're not promoting violence on this show, but I will tell you this. Like you just said, and like I said earlier, anytime they go after children and the elderly, they're telling you what time it is.
So this is funny shit, right? You could be locked up on that yard. If a man coming there for regardless what color you are, for hurting kids or the elderly, your car, your clique, your organization, you're gonna run him off that yard. So is his own people. They're gonna run him off that yard. He gonna wear a few, or he might get that luxury fucking airlifted ride.
Mm-hmm.
Why can when you say we're not humans? Why can they know the law of the land, but in society they don't? How can any grown man in Congress sit next to Matt Gaetz and he was propositioning young girls for sex, 17 and 16-year-old, but y'all shaking this motherfucker's hand?
To this day.
Marjorie Green, you supposed to be a mother. You riding around with a pedophile.
Every day. Every day.
It wasn't to that cripple boy in the wheelchair exposed to people with the comments of orgies and cocaine. They got his ass out of Congress. Because you know what? First of all, how he could call for gun. Didn't go to jail. But Jules Santana went to jail.
Right. 2 years. 2 years. I'm telling you, we've been saying it for a long time. We've been saying it on this show for a long time. Y'all think it's a game out there. We catching it on all levels.
How they did more for Ukraine, $40 billion, than they did the people that suffered Katrina, or the ones that suffered in Puerto Rico. How they do more for that? How they do more for refugees from the Ukraine to come to America, but y'all couldn't do that for the Haitians,
right?
Or the Cubans.
I'm waiting to see what Ukraine got to say about Buffalo.
Yeah,
because they had every Negro with a microphone talking about support Ukraine. Remember, they had that other fool who dressed up in full military gear talking about he was going over to Ukraine to fight for them. You going over to Ukraine to fight for them, and your people, your elderly, are being slaughtered right here in your own country.
This is what I don't like. If somebody hurts somebody in my family, there's not a president, a fucking police officer that can solve me. What it look like taking the picture with this man my mama did?
Come on.
This is a political picture moment for him.
Mm-hmm.
Or her.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, they know how to play on our people, man.
For real. Yeah. Soft targets, man. Soft targets.
See what's going to happen. This years ago, Farrakhan said this: when they kill us, and then we kill them, then they want to have a talk with us. They mistake these black marches and this "we shall overcome" and this unity for what? Since this was so crazy, Tank. Y'all got so much compassion. Don't get me wrong. You shouldn't do this at all. For these white churches, they have all these problems. Y'all ain't never what about all these black churches? They got killed, bombed, destroyed, set on fire. Y'all ain't never had compassion. What happened in 1963 in the Birmingham Church of Alabama got burned to the kids? Y'all ain't have no compassion.
Yeah, 4 little girls. That's what I'm saying. This is something they just start doing. I love how they try to act like, oh, well, this is something that just started happening. Oh my God, this is a travesty. They've been doing this forever.
Hank, this is the crazy shit. Every crime in this world has been here by them. Okay? They've been raping kids for years. They've been raping women for years. They've been selling kids and women that look like us for years, same clothes as us for years. Now all of a sudden it's mandatory. What happened to this?
Come on.
Every person that owned a slave and raped a slave, their ancestors still walking right here right now.
Facts. Like sex trafficking didn't exist during slavery.
Yeah.
What you call it then? Yeah. They ain't just started doing sex trafficking.
Or forced incest. Or forced abortions.
Wow, that part. Damn. That's deep.
Yeah.
Forced abortion. You ain't talking about people who wanted them.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about women who wanted them.
Now all of a sudden when the crimes are done and it hurts the people that look like them, now it's an issue.
No, when these birth rates are down at an all-time low. Now we gonna reverse Roe v. Wade. Now you wasn't worried about Roe v. Wade when the birth rates wasn't that low. Now all of a sudden they low. We don't want no abortion. Can't none of y'all get them.
And how's somebody gonna tell somebody, regardless of what color you are, what you can do with your own body? Y'all still got McDonald's out here.
Come on.
You still got women. So y'all still making people obese.
Come on. You still got the vax.
Yeah.
You still got the vax. So they ushered that in right on top.
Now the WHO talking about they got a pill you can take that has a chip in it. You can see if you took the pill. Okay, this happened. About 2030, right. It's going to be a world currency, all in one order. See this. You guys fall for the Ukraine. You fall for the Kim Kardashian. You fall for the fucking basketball game. You fall for the Buffalo shooting. You guys don't see the real picture. The real picture is bigger than all this. If you think right now there's not a team of people out here training these weak-minded people to hurt people in this country, and all we're going to do is cry, or the news reporters will get the money for having this top story report on it, and that's the end of it.
Absolutely. Now, you said something a while ago that resonated with me, and I always remembered it. Watched how they celebrated Rittenhouse.
Yep.
Watch how they celebrated Rittenhouse, made him a hero.
Yep.
And Negroes ignored and tried to forget about Christopher Dorner.
Yep.
Watch that subtle difference.
Yep.
You can walk outside right now to a group of black folks and tell them Christopher Dorner, and they don't know who you talking about.
At all.
Micah Johnson. You can say Micah Johnson.
Yep. Every white person in America know fucking who the fuck Kyle Rittenhouse is.
They know who Dylan Roof is. They know who Kyle Rittenhouse is. Those names gonna stay with you forever.
Yeah.
But you don't know who Micah Johnson is. You don't know who Christopher Dorner is. Yep. I tell you everything you need to know.
And the one guy's name they don't want to tell anybody is that John Wickham in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name?
Michael Johnson.
Oh yeah. Michael Johnson showed y'all.
Yeah.
He showed y'all what a man could do.
Was about it. Wrong or right. Now you don't have to say he right. You don't have to say he wrong. But there's a man who said, you know what? I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done. And they're going to have to feel it. And they were so scared of him, they sent a robot in there to get him.
Yep.
That tell you everything you need to know. They sent a robot in after that man. They wasn't no big hick killer police officer that went up in there. No. They sent a robot in after that man because they were scared of that man.
Yep. If you don't believe it, watch the videotape.
Well, telling you. And they try to erase that shit from history.
Yep.
You can't even Google these motherfuckers without getting some feedback.
Yep. You think you said the real shit. Or the white bitch cop, Amber, in fucking same city.
Mm-hmm.
Killed the guy who went to the wrong apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Come on, Botham Gray.
The judge hugging her.
Mm-hmm. Praying for her.
Praying for her.
I ain't never seen it in my life. You ain't never seen it in life. Your judge got off the stand. Got off the stand and hugged this woman in the courtroom. This woman committed first-degree murder. Clear as day. Yeah, man. Yeah. Malcolm used to say it. Malcolm said it all the time. Malcolm used to say it all the time. These Negroes will line you up to be slaughtered just to get a pat on the head.
Yep.
From the dominant society. Just to get a pat on the head. They don't want not for money, not for food, not for shelter. Just to get a pat on the head. Just some acceptance.
Yep.
Will line you out just to be accepted, man.
Look at Lil Wayne.
Come on.
Nobody knew Roscoe's name but Lil Wayne.
Come on. Come on. Come on. They're going to learn, man. They're going to learn the hard way.
Yep.
All right, brother.
Well, shit, man. Do your thing, bro. Hit me up later on.
Will do.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Horseman Law Podcast is the only place you're going to get these kind of conversations and this kind of information. Announcements, be on the lookout. We got merch coming. We got all kind of stuff coming down the line. I know. People hit me in the DMs all day long. They want the merch. They want all this stuff. Listen, it's coming. Just be patient with me. Like I say all the time, I am an active. I'm in my prime, so I'm out here working, doing my thing. So I get to it when I can get to it. Tour season is coming soon, and we're gonna try to get as much done as we can before that pops off. Even when tour season starts, we got plans and to bring you guys from the field, shows from the field. So we're working on that now, and stay tuned and stay with us, man. Hang in there. Keep trying to follow up with us. Gonna try to get you as many shows as we can. Try to get a regular schedule if possible. Yeah, man. I hope all y'all really understand. We do this because there's a void of voices in this industry and a void of voices throughout social media and every platform. It's rare that you get to find masculine black male voices, and we try to be that voice. We try to bring you real conversations, real information, and those of you who want a deeper inside track into the business, and you're looking for real mentorship, go online, hit the DMs, send in your applications, send in your resumes, and be willing to work and be willing to invest in your future if you really want to do this. We don't have a problem giving guys opportunities. We don't have a problem giving people opportunities in the field. But know that you're going to work. Know that you're going to put in time. You're going to put in investment, whether it's money, whether it's blood, whether it's sweat, whether it's tears. You will pay dues. If you think that you're going to jump into this industry and you're going to work under the banner of Horseman and you're not going to pay dues and you're just going to be showered with the adulation and accomplishments and the name of Horseman and walk out there, it ain't going to happen. You will pay dues. Some of us are more, excuse me, some of us are more strict than others. I believe you should be willing to apprentice and some type of apprenticeship. I know that's not legal by law. You have to get paid. So I don't have a problem paying. Killer J doesn't have a problem paying. But you will pay dues. There will be long hours. There will be training. There will be diets. There will be standards that you must meet in order to do what we do at the level that we do it. So just know that. All right. I'm going to close up shop like we do every time with a prayer. With all due honor and praise to the Most High, I worship thee through the divine image of my wives. Amen and good night.